Hi again, YouTubers. So this is my, okay, let me think here, April and May face of the month. I have been doing two different looks fairly consistently. One of them being the one that I taped from last month. Sorry, I still have that tickle in my throat too, by the way. So I do cough a couple times throughout this. I'm apologizing in advance. But the video that I did in March and April is one of the looks that I still use consistently, and then this look is the other one that I kind of do, kind of switching it up every so often between the two. They're very easy to have with me and just kind of use on the go, and gives me a very similar look, but I really like this look for springtime. It just really works for me. I will forewarn you, there is a little bit of a rant, or it's meant to be an explanation that kind of turned into a little bit of a rant throughout the video about some Sigma brushes, and just it was meant to be an explanation as to why I'm not showing the brushes or trying to get rid of all my brushes, let's say that way, from Sigma and replace them. So there's a little bit of that in there, and I'm sorry about that, but people wanted an explanation. It was too much to type out, so I figured this was a good way to go about it. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and here we go. Alright, so first things first is the Guerlain Meteorites Less Ors. I use either one, this one or the pink one. I just kind of tap it all around my face, or rub it all around, or whatever choice of words you want to use. Sorry, I still have that tickle in my throat. Eve Pearl Salmon Concealer. Corrector. I've been using the darker side, the medium one. I just kind of put that just directly under my eye. And you can see it is much darker than my skin tone, but it works out, and that's the way it should be. I have been using, and I've shown this in a haul, the Guerlain Joli Tint Beautifying Foundation with Sunscreen, Sun-Kissed Healthy Glow Broad Spectrum SPF 20. This is what it looks like. It has a pump. I've really been liking this. I have it in the color Natural. Sorry, I kind of have stuff all over here right now. And I put it on my little, sorry, tickle in my throat, my little thing here. Marc Jacobs foundation brush, which needs to be cleaned, as you can see. And I just kind of tap this all over, down my neck, around my ears. Start on that side, do the same thing again on this side. I love this brush. This brush is like one of my favorite things for putting on foundation. It's just so awesome. I don't know, and it's so soft. I feel like I'm sitting up a little bit high. It's funny because this foundation, I'm going to have to do a review on it, but it's very, very strange and difficult to explain because it has great coverage, but it's kind of sort of only a tinted moisturizer. Kind of, sort of. Hard to explain. I have been using the Laura Mercier Foundation Powder number 4. It's the square one. Oops. Let me flip it up, and I've been using the sponge that comes with it, and just tapping this on my forehead. And at this time of year, when it starts getting, and then I just do my nose, like my T-zone basically, and around my mouth. This time of year, basically, when it starts getting warmer, I can't just use a brush. I need to use the sponge and kind of like tap it onto my face and make sure it kind of really gets onto my face. Sorry, next thing I've been doing is Benefit Stay Don't Stray eye primer. It is the one I always use and I love. So I had a video, what was it? Oh, it was my haul video, my most recent haul video, I think, where I had gotten some new Sephora brushes, and I've since gotten a couple more, and I need to do another haul video too. But I had mentioned in that video that I was trying to get rid of, not get rid of, let me rephrase this statement, replace every Sigma brush I have. And the reason I have been doing that, Blinc eyebrow mousse in the color Auburn. Sorry, I have to get my mirror straight. And I hope you can, with this new camera angle, see. I've not been filling them in as much. I feel like in the summertime, I don't like them to look quite as full. I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, as like quite as filled in, I guess is the best way to say it. So anyway, back to the brushes. I had made the comment in that video that I was on a mission to replace all of my Sigma brushes so that you guys do not have to see them in videos like this anymore. And a lot of people were like, what do you mean? What's going on? Like, what happened? I've been saying this for a really, really long while. My issue is the fact that, sorry, my Sigma brushes, when I first got them, were great. They have since, over time, fallen apart. I'm going to show you two eyeshadows from Mary Kay. These two right here, and I will tell you, the peachy colored one is called Silk Caramel, and the brownish colored one is called Hazelnut. And I just take my brush, and this is a Sephora Pro Tapered Crease Brush number 19. And I swirl it in both of those. I'm sorry, I can't see it. I can't do it like that, but I just kind of swirl it around through both of them and tap it off. And then I just go right in my crease with it. So anyway, essentially, I had said that I was trying to make it so that they would not be in any of these videos anymore. The reason being for that is because in the beginning, my brushes were great. I thought they were great. Sigma was an awesome company that was basically trying to get started. Urban Decay Easy Baked Shadow. A Sephora Professional Small Shadow Brush number 15. They were trying to get started. They were inexpensive versions of brushes for everyone. And I've said for a long while that I just feel like they have just gone crazy with their prices. Their quality has gone down. I will say my very first couple of brushes were fine and no issues. And I put that on my brow bone as well. And then bring it down into the inner corner. And I put very, very, very little there. Because I don't want that to be crazy, crazy glittery. And then I go back with another Mary Kay shadow, a darker one called Chocolate Kiss. So essentially, and I use this Sephora Domed Crease Brush number 16. In that, I just tap it in there, put it on the outer corner and just dab it in. So the brushes were fine in the beginning, and then their prices started getting crazy because they always had this 20% off coupon thing. And here's the thing, in the beginning, I used to talk to and feel like I was like somewhat friends, you know, like not in real life. Same color with a Sephora shader number 18 brush. Sorry, I thought that said 19. 18, it's just a tiny little like push brush, not push brush, like just a really small, like nice little brush. So put a little bit under my eye. And it's funny because I talked to her all the time. I thought what she was doing was great. The owner of the company, I thought they were great. And then I kind of a couple times expressed my opinion that the prices were getting too high. Same two colors I had in the beginning a few times. And, you know, and then all of a sudden, it's so funny to me because I started saying that I felt like the prices were getting too high. I felt like these new products were overpriced for a company that wasn't established, essentially. And they kind of, I guess, got annoyed with that. And so she then kind of, not defriended me, but stopped talking to me and didn't follow me on Twitter or any of those anymore. Not that I cared about following, but she didn't talk to me anymore, you know, and just kind of got sick of me, which rightfully so, whatever, it's her company, I get it. Sephora, this is the push brush. I just got this. Again, a lot of these brushes have to show up in a haul video. This is the number 25. A little bit of water and a little cap and my Laura Mercier Black Ebony Pan Liner. So yeah, and then all of a sudden, I stopped getting the packages, and I was like, I don't care, you know, whatever. I'll buy stuff if I want to try it. But I contacted them and said, this brush takes a little bit longer because the product is not built up on it. So I sent an email to them saying, you know, like, I was on some list that I was supposed to be grandfathered in, always get, you know, products. I don't mind. I just want to know what's going on. And they said, oh, yeah, we kind of changed that, and it's only now for people that have the highest sales, which fine. I totally, totally get that. But it was just kind of funny because when I wrote to Simone, the owner of the company, I didn't hear anything. But then I heard that from them, and they didn't really, I don't know, it was just interesting, which I don't care. I think it's funny that as soon as I started kind of expressing an opinion that wasn't one that was glowing, it wasn't, I said I liked a lot of the products, but I just felt the prices were kind of crazy. So I stopped I bought things after that from them to test out and tell you guys my honest opinion. And, but then I started realizing, sorry, I had something in my, then I started paying more, like, close attention to the brushes I had, and they were like not falling apart in the sense of like everything at once, but it was like they were shedding. The face brushes are the worst shedding brushes, and they're scratchy I've ever seen. And then like the eye brushes, which aren't scratchy because they're not big enough to be, the ferrules started slipping off. My F80 like had clumps of hair falling out of it, like clumps. I wish I had kept it to show you guys. It was crazy. So I think one of the key things, everybody says that the people here on YouTube, you know, they all, you know, glow about Sigma and this, that, and the other. The key of that is, guys, is that these people, like me, are sent stuff continually. And what ends up happening is when you're always using the newest one, you're not using the older one. So if the older one is falling apart, you really don't realize it because you're not using it that much, because you're using whatever is newer. So, that being said, Chanel Powder number 2 brush and Guerlain Terracotta 4 Seasons 02 Natural Blondes bronzer. So I started realizing how much mine were kind of like falling apart, really, right under the cheekbone. I mean, yeah, right under the cheekbone and then up and around. So I started realizing kind of that they were falling, not like, yeah, they were falling apart, not like horribly so, but if I used them, like, they weren't being as well kept together as I thought they were. So I have been using, when I went to Texas, Miss Gold Girl Marnie was using this Stereo Rose, and I pulled it back out after she was telling me about that, and I've been using it. Bobbi Brown blush brush. And yes, I know I do not have under eye concealer on yet, but I don't want to. I've kind of been doing things a little differently. So yeah, so essentially my brushes started falling apart, and I was kind of like, I wasn't talking about them, I guess, as much as I used to. NARS Creamy Concealer in the color Honey. But I was still using my brushes on a regular basis, and I felt like I really didn't want to promote this company anymore. I don't want you guys seeing me using a brush on videos like this and thinking that I absolutely like love them or that you should go buy them. I honestly feel as if their prices are too high and their quality has gone down, and I don't want you guys to be seeing them on my videos and going out and buying them because of that. Sephora Pro Airbrush 56 brush with the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish number 3 powder foundation. And I use this brush and I tap this on under my eye. So yeah, so the whole reason behind that is A, my brushes fell apart or are falling apart. I'm not bashing the company, but I'm not in love with the company. Actually, let me rephrase that. I don't like the company that much. I don't feel as if what they're doing is fair to the people out there. They're not, you know, there's better things out there for that money. And I feel like if people are spending their money on stuff, I want them to get a good product, and I don't feel like they're getting that anymore with this company. My eyelash curler, I think it's like Shu Uemura. Yeah, it is. Did I even sell these anymore? Shu Uemura. I'm pretty sure they do, but I guess I haven't seen them around. I just kind of pump it a bunch of times and hold it for a minute, or not a minute or so, a couple seconds. So yeah, it wasn't meant to be. I just don't want to continue showing these brushes that I would not personally buy things from this company any longer. And I'm sorry this video kind of, as I was getting ready, turned into a rant, but so many people had questions that I wanted to be able to answer that question for people and explain to them what, you know, I thought about it. Dior Show Iconic Overcurl Mascara. I just wanted to be able to explain that a little bit and you guys to understand what was going on. So I just don't, me personally, I don't want to purchase anything from them anymore because I don't want to support them. Even though I know you guys might want reviews on stuff, I just feel like by buying it, I'm still supporting them and I don't want to. And then plus the fact of the matter that the things I have fallen apart. So let's say I buy something from them. Like I bought 2 of the like precision eye brush sets and I went through and one I really liked, and there were brushes I liked in each one and some I didn't like in each one. But overall I thought the brush set was fairly decent, but they've since, again, when I got them and I used them, we use them right away and they work fine, but then they start falling apart and I've already done the review, and that's like, I don't want you guys buying something like that because it's like if I wait months to do the review, then it doesn't help anybody. But I just don't want you guys to be snaked out of your money, so to speak. You know, I know that's a horrible way to say it, but I feel like there's so many better things out there for the money, and I'd rather you get something. Brushes should last you like so long, it's crazy. They should last you so long. As long as you take care of them and wash them, there shouldn't be an issue. So I just don't want to continue to support them, and I don't want you guys seeing them in videos thinking, oh, she used that brush, she must like it. Well, I really, some of them I kind of think they're great dupes, but I'd rather spend the money now on a MAC brush than to spend the money on one of theirs and have to replace it in a year. Like, even if it's half the cost, that's just not worth it to me. So there's got to be better options out there. Sedona Lace is amazing. These Sephora brushes are amazing. I'm definitely finding options out there for you guys, and that's kind of why I'm doing it. The Too Faced Melted Nude Lipstick. What are these? Like liquefied long-wearing lipstick. I like this for summer. It's nude, but it still has some color to it. I let this sit for a second. So yeah, so I'm sorry that was a little bit of a rant about Sigma throughout this whole video, but I wanted to explain to you guys why I am trying to replace those. And the main like fallback of all of this is that I just don't want you guys seeing them in my video and thinking you should go out and buy them. Marc Jacobs Sweet Escape lip gloss. Now this is another product that I did a review on and I liked it a lot, and I said, here was, you know, I had this issue with it leaking. Let me see if you can see it. Oh, let's see if it'll focus. Come on. Darn it, now it's focusing on me. Sorry. But essentially, the lip gloss is like all leaked out around the edges. Yuck. So I can't travel with this. If I do, I have to wrap it in a tissue. So I just leave it in my vanity sitting upright like this. So anyway, I just don't want you guys buying something because you saw it in one of my videos and thinking that it's something I really liked, and it's just something that I was using more out of because it was here. So I am trying to replace those so that you won't see them in videos, which I think today we did good. I don't think there was one in here. I go back with that same eyelash curler and I just put it over it and I just do about 2 or 3 squeezes and lift it off. Can you see the difference between these 2 eyes on my lashes? Oh, that's stuck together a little bit. See a little spot there. Sometimes I have to separate it just a little bit. But, and then I wipe this off in between to make sure any mascara doesn't stay on it and then stick to the next lash. So, and I do use Latisse. People ask me this all the time and I've done videos about it, but I do use Latisse. I just feel like that really opens my eyes up a lot. I've not been using as much liner on the top of my eyes because of that. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I'm sorry about the rant throughout this video, but I hope it at least explain to you guys what my thought process was, and I hope it helps you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.